And those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is he a sports journalist? Because he has an opinion?
No,
why?
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easier, but I don't like it because, like, you imagine, like, this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it. And they get the celebrity off that shit.
You don't like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalist to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom line.
The best I ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what. So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit. And I'd be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Elliot Wilson stopped by the Rory and Mal podcast to make a complete clown out of himself. Spent his entire time there hating on people who chose to take their own talents into their own hands and build media platforms. Rory and Mal will push back on the idea that it's a bad thing that former rappers or even current rappers decided to build a platform of their own. The old guard of media completely hates the new people. Not because of anything personal, but because they spent their whole lives trying to be good for a company to give them a paycheck. People like academics and now Camron and Jeff Teague and Gilbert Arenas and everybody who's built a platform, even down to channels like this. If you want to build something, we're in the information age. This is the time to do it. But instead of doing that himself, Elliot Wilson prefers to be on Twitter hating on everybody. Whether it's rappers for not interviewing with him, or it's people trying to build their own platforms. And Cam would eventually reply, not directly, but the Instagram for the It Is What It Is podcast would post on Instagram. And after Damaris and everybody else in the pod would agree that Elliot is hating, Elliot would admit it. You can't willfully and kind of drunkenly admit to being a hater of everyone and then also in the same breath complain about not getting the same interviews. Oh my goodness, Camron is more popular, so he gets the interviews that I want.
And those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is he a sports journalist? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But him and Mace have proved to have a good opinion that people care about.
He got Mace having a job and really like check because the bag is there.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods in front of our buildings.
But Mark, don't make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying we all sit around in our groups with our friends and talk about
our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music. That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the easier
does he have experience
bridge.
From it?
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easier, but I don't like it because, like, you imagine, like, this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it. And they get the celebrity off that shit.
You don't like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalist to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom line.
The best I ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what. So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit. And I'd be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliot, what
Imagine
would make you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll prove it to you I'm better than you. Like I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you 100%. Better at getting accurate information?
They're not better. Like that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
Yo,
shit ain't popping. It ain't popping.
I don't agree.
What's the camera interview? Was like, yo, Cameron really asked the questions. Like, what are you talking about? No.
But what interview did Cam take away from something of let's say we're the hip hop ilk? Even if Mal and I aren't journalists, we're still in hip hop media. You are a hip hop journalist. What interview did Cam take away from us?
They have celebrity has access to different things that I may not have. And again, I do feel like they underperform.
See, I think I have to push back. I have to push back there because you have had 25 years of relationships with publicists, PR interviews.
30.
The three majors where Cam is a celebrity and has, relationships for him being in the game for 30 years. But you have direct relationships with the majors that the rest of the podcasting world never had. So you still do have that. I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want. And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't want to be informed. They don't want to be informed.
The access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to.
What? Why is that your complaint? Why is that any of your business? If you're inspired by someone doing a thing, learn from them. They're building a blueprint. If someone's doing something on their own for themselves and their friends and their family, without even mentioning you, without thinking of you, without doing something against you at all, and you take that potential motivation and just use it to feel hate, you're wasting your own time and energy. That's why you use your time going on people's podcasts to hate on others. That's why nobody wants to go talk to you. That's why the idea of Drake and Kendrick going to do their own interviews, whether it's Drake with streamers or Kendrick with SZA, rappers realized that by and large, the media are a bunch of cornballs who only want to do stuff on their own terms, but need the rappers for them to have a name. Elliot will talk about what type of questions does Camron ask. He's not a journalist, which is the dumbest thing you could tell someone in America. In America, the First Amendment says everyone is a journalist. The definition of a journalist is someone who looks out their window and reports on what they see. If you're a basketball fan and you're paying attention to the trades and the updates and the games, then you can talk about it. You have the freedom to, whether it gets 1 million views or is 0. These videos will never get 0 views because I will always at least be the first viewer. Elliot can't do that because Elliot spent his life looking for a job instead of trying to build something of his own. The It Is What It Is podcast will post on Instagram replying to Elliot Wilson. The year just started and we just chilling, minding our business, sipping champagne. And here come this Cuban Gooding Jr. looking mother with his salty hating ass. Hey yo, Elliot Wilson, you washed and nobody is checking for you. Hashtag we the news source. Get used to it, clown. You a bona fide hater at its finest. Y'all swipe left cause this high yellow nigga sounded like the illest nigga from Nebraska. We say what the F we want. Oh, we gonna show you how it's done. All gas, no brakes. And they wouldn't stop there as they continue. Hey, Elliot Wilson, then you got some nerve to be following us? But as you can see, we don't follow you, clown. So with that being said, Curve, your breath stank. If Pun was alive, he would tell you to go that way, go that way. I knew you from where? Oh, no.
I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want. And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't want to be informed. They don't want to be informed.
The access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to. You see what I'm saying? Because it seems sexy, like, yo, Cam's the sports reporter now. Hey, woo.
Okay, but let's not act like that's not always been hip hop or entertainment at the time. We've seen things that were hot and then failed immediately, but at that time, that was the hot shit that people went to.
And
that's like any genre.
They don't have to fail. It's all good. They can do their thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm competing. I want a shot. I'm in this. I'm still here. Mm-hmm. I want to compete.
But that goes back.
But now you sound like the old nigga in the park that don't get picked up no more.
And I don't want to be that. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that you are that because
it's all good.
I know your work.
But let me know what you think about the situation in the comment section. Do you think Elliot is wrong? Or are the rappers actually taking too much real estate in the media? Maybe all these athletes should just shut up and dribble. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.